Hi, so today I'm going to do a video in support of stretching your upper body. We have lots of areas where we hold tension. They get built up through emotions, they get built up through the stresses of the day, through our thoughts, through our physical activity. So these are some ways using Qigong to help you. So we're going to do a few stretches. So to begin, just make sure you have a nice strong posture with your feet, so that you feel that nice stability beneath you. Then interlace your fingers and we'll start with the wrist. So let's just begin to just see how much flow we can get into the wrist. So if you are dealing with issues like carpal tunnel, you have tendinitis in the wrists or the elbows or the shoulders, this will be a good way to start to get things moving. Now make sure you're always working at your own level, don't push through. In Qigong, we don't push through, we try to allow things, but we want to keep energy moving. So we want to do different things to kind of challenge that without overdoing it. So a few more moments of these wrist movements. Good. And then keeping the fingers together, let's breathe in and bring that hand to the chest. Let's look up. And now let's stretch the upper back. Exhale. Round those shoulders. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in through the nose as we fill up with air. Exhale through the mouth as we release tension out of the body. Let's do that a couple more times. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And then coming back up, leave the hands out in front of you. Palms can face towards you. And let's slowly pull our hands over to our left side and turn your head and look to the right. Inhale. Let's come back to center. Exhale. Let's go over. Bring your arms to the right and look to the left. And you could even let the hands face forward. Play with that. Going from one side to the other, maybe you want to have them face you. Little slightly different muscles being worked here. Or we can alternate one side then the other. Inhale to the center, exhale to the sides. We turn the head in the opposite direction. Let's do one more to each side. One more over to the left as we look to the right. Come back to the center on the inhale. Exhale as we go to the right, looking to the left, and then coming back. And now let's do a nice big full stretch here, reaching above your head. On the exhale, let's bring your elbows together like you're squeezing out the air out of the lungs so we can get better capacity for the lungs. Inhale as we do this big stretch at the same time, and exhale. Inhale. Nice long deep breath and then exhale. Release. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale. Let's do that one more time here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And keeping the fingers interlaced here, let's do a full body kind of movement here. So we're going to begin with the wrists once again, but we're going to bring that into the elbows. So I'm going to invite you to, let's start on the right side. So let's lift that right elbow. Now bring your right hip forward and drop it down. Lift the left elbow, bring the left hip forward. So right side. So you lift the elbow, then move the hip. So that'll create this movement from your pelvis, from the center part of the body, which will loosen up the lower back, that you'll loosen up the mid back, then it moves to the upper back, which moves to your shoulders, which allows you to create this movement with your arms. So we lift, pull the hip forward. Lift, pull the hip forward. So that I'm not moving my arm, so to speak. So I'm lifting and then I'm moving the hip and then I drop it. So that we can create this movement from the center using your power center to help loosen up all the rest of the body. And now that we've done that in this direction, let's try it the other way. So let's lift the left arm, pull the left hip back, and do the same thing on the right side. So you lift, pull the hip back. Lift, pull the hip back. Lift, pull the hip. Lift, pull the hip. So you get this nice flowing motion through the spine, all the way up the shoulders, down the arms, and at the same time we're still doing those hand flexes. Good. And one more over on this side and one more on that side. And then just let your hands come down by your sides. Take a few nice deep breaths and just feel if you got a little flush of energy come down your arms and going into your hands. That's a sign that this blocked area is now flowing and you have more chi moving in your body. Anytime you have more chi, you have more energy, you have more availability to do the things you want to do, and it's not stuck in these areas where it can be not very helpful because it just becomes painful. So I really hope that helps. Have a wonderful day. Take care.